Welcome to my channel, The Three Mountains. My name is White Eagle. Today we are going to talk about the mirror, but first of all there is an introduction. In the astral today I heard the voice of my being saying, a lot of emphasis is given to self-observation, but not on elimination of egos. And I see a door, a closed door actually, with a sign on top, like this in the astral, saying, sorry, we are closed for holidays. And that means that people are not willing to work on themselves, killing the ego, but they are on holidays, just doing self-observation. So today I'm making this video to tell you that the key point of the spiritual work is to kill the egos that we carry. Self-observation during daytime without killing the egos is like being on holidays. If no spiritual work is done, then you're not moving forward and there is no change, inside yourself. So you're wasting your days away believing that you are working. So don't forget your Divine Mother. Petition to the Divine Mother as soon as you spot the ego during daytime is like catching yourself successfully. And during alchemy, we ask our mother to kill those strong egos that repeat themselves or that they manifest inside us. So remember, no death of the ego means no change in our situation. It is as simple as that. Now, after this introduction, I can start this video, which I call The Mirror. Along the path of the three mountains, I was shown a mirror in the astral from time to time, but in my mirror the image was distorted and I could not see my face neatly in the mirror for a long time, until one day I could. So first of all I show you this picture where I see the image is distorted, and it's a funny one, yes? I put this image because we women often look at ourselves on a mirror and we are always saying that, that we are ugly or obese, getting old, etc., etc. And we never see our real image, never the truth. So in the same way, in the astral, you will be shown a mirror and the image on the mirror will not be clear. The mirror in dreams is telling us how well we start to experience reality, as Master Samael says. So how does it work? We all start by having a dirty mirror. The essence is trapped by the subjective elements or egos that make our vision of the world deformed or distorted. So I stop here and I'm going to show you this video number 78. And I explained here that our essence is trapped inside the egos, yes, imprisoned by the egos in our bodies, the physical body, the vital or etheric body, the astral body, and the mental body. And that's why our mirror is dirty. Yeah, so then our mirror can only reflect deformed images, and therefore our perception of what is real is far from the truth or truths. We are blind, and that's our situation. So we must rely on the voice of our intuition to follow the right path while we go cleaning our mirror with time. Now a problem arises. If we just relax, like we are on holidays, as I said earlier on, and we allow our egos to manifest freely onto the world around us without killing them, then there is little or no scope at all for the voice of the intuition to arrive to us with its clear message on what we need to do. As we go killing the egos, our perception of what is real becomes clearer and clearer. So the more we work on the elimination of the ego in us, the cleaner our mirror can reflect the messages from the essence. And the more approximate to the truth our perception of reality will be. What becomes important is to keep the mind calm like a lake, So our mirror can reflect our face neatly in the astral, and we can hold our reflection on the mirror for a long time. A clean mirror can reflect the messages from the being, our intuition, without interruptions from the ego thoughts coming from the sensual mind. In the astral, as you obey your intuition, you will see yourself being led by a dog who knows the path. So the dog is the symbol for our intuition. Remember that we are blind and we must trust our intuition to walk the path. And I put that image of a man with a dog. I repeat, our essence is trapped in the prison of the ego. When the essence expresses itself, the message reaches us distorted from inside because it has to pass through the screen of the egos first, the egos that we carry. So how well can you see the image in this mirror? How well can you drive your car, yes, your human machine with the 5 centers along the road with mirrors looking like this? Yeah? Or like this one? Yes? So as we go killing the egos, the messages from our being, our essence, will become louder, clearer, and we will not be filled with doubts regarding what to do. Now, there is an important message here. The ego thoughts from our sensual mind will always go against the voice of the intuition regarding decisions that we must take. The more we allow our minds to interfere, instead of keeping it in blank, meaning in silence, no thoughts, with the messages coming from our intuition, the more doubts will arise in us and we will enter into confusion, not knowing what to do next. We are stuck because we have allowed our sensual mind to drag us into fear, into doubts. Our sensual mind raised too many questions, etc. So doubts, confusions will enter us when we do not obey our intuition without doubting its command straight away. What to do if you enter into a confusion? My advice is, do not take any decisions in a rush. Wait a day, go into meditation in which sleep takes place. And once the mind has calmed down, then ask your intuition again what path, direction you should follow. How can we train ourselves in developing a calm, controlled mind, a mind free from ego thoughts manifesting from our sensual minds? By learning concentration. And I did give you video number 93. Is called The Present Moment and the 9 Stages of Concentration. And I show you now, this is the video number 93, and we are here at a stage, at the 9th stage. Yes, there are 9 stages of concentration that you need to develop with training throughout the day, and the 9th stage is called effortless concentration, when the mind is perfectly still and you have this image of a mountain being reflected on a lake as if it were a mirror. So we go back now to my paperwork, just a moment, and I will scroll down and we have the same image of a mountain, being reflected on a lake. Yes, perfectly reflected. So a lake, when untouched, becomes calm and reflects like a mirror the mountains of a valley. A concentrated mind helps us daily to be alert in the present moment, and we can catch the instant an ego is manifesting and quickly kill it by asking our Divine Mother. So this is all in bold, yes, because it's very important. Yes, remember, you must develop a concentrated mind during daytime, well, at all times. Now remember the mirror remember the mirror, because you will need a concentrated mind to kill Medusa, the snake of lust, that you will see in the second mountain. And you need to imitate Perseus. Here we have an image of Minerva, who is giving Perseus, or presenting Perseus, a shield in order to kill Medusa. Right? Now, Perseus is favored by Minerva, his divine mother Kundalini, and by Mercury, who is Hermes, the sexual energy. Now, I don't know if you know the story, that Perseus uses the shield like a mirror to see the reflection clearly of Medusa in order to cut her head. Yes? So I show you this image now, where Perseus has killed already Medusa and is holding in his hands the head of Medusa, and he has his shield. So with his calm mind, he managed to catch that snake of lust inside us and cut her head. Yes, that is a task that you will have to do during the second mountain. So let's read. Perseus approached Medusa while she slept, taking advantage of her mechanical nature and taking care not to look directly at her, with the risk of becoming identified with desire, but guided by her image reflected in the bright shield, through profound stillness of the mind, which he bore due to many patient years of practice in concentration. So he cut off her head, the ego, the I, and gave it to Minerva, yes, Athena also. Now I take you to video number 11 on how to kill the ego tree that we carry inside. And there is a reason why I'm bringing you here to this video, because that Medusa is the symbol for our lust, and it is a snake. You will see it in the astral when the time comes that she will be attacking you, yeah, as you start killing the egos of lust, thoughts, lustful thoughts, anything related with lust. You will see that snake, and it takes a long process. It takes time to get to that point that Perseus was at, and he managed to cut her head. Yes, so remember, lust is at the trunk of the tree, so it's like the main important how can I say, sin or capital sin, that once you cut her head, then all the other main egos, like laziness, enviness, gluttony, pride, greed, anger, they all depend on that one big ego, which is lust. So if you cut the head of Medusa, then you will be likely moving on to getting rid of all your egos up to the last one. That's why I say that it is during the second mountain, kind of at the end of the second mountain. Now let's go back to my paperwork, and we continue. And I also put this image of the Divine Mother Kundalini. In Christianity, she's Mary. And now you will understand, you should understand the esoteric symbol of this painting. Because look at her. She is stepping on the tempting serpent of Eden, that lustful serpent that is biting an apple. And due to that serpent, we all fell from paradise. So we need to chop the head of that serpent and regain our heavenly status. Yes, but it is only with the help of Divine Mother that we can achieve that. Now we continue, and to end this video, I want to show you this image, which indicates the levels of spiritual development along the path, and the names. Yeah, so starting from the bottom in Malkuth, when you start, you are called just the neophyte. Yes, and then when we enter Hod, the astral, you are called the devotee. Then in the mental world, you are the meditator. Yes. Then in the casual world, when you enter there, you receive the name of Adeptus Minor. Then we jump to Gebura, and when you incarnate the Buddhi, the divine Buddhi, you receive the name of Adeptus Major. When you incarnate Atman, you receive the name of Adeptus Exemptus. Then when you reach the Sephira Binah, you need to acquire the body of Nirmanakaya. Then at the level of Chokma, you have acquired the body of Sambhogakaya. Just a moment, I'll scroll up. And when you reach Keter, you have created the body of Dharmakaya. And once a person enters the Absolute, the person is an inhabitant of the Absolute or Paramarthasaya. Now, if you notice, the whole Kabbalah tree is divided into three stages. From the bottom is called the vulgar man of the earth. Then the middle triangle is called the man who loves. And the top triangle, or the logoid triangle, refers to the man who dwells in silence. So let's read a little bit. In the triangle of the priesthood at the very bottom of the tree of life, we find the degree of the vulgar man of the earth, which is related with the stages of the neophyte, devotee, and meditator. As we can see, to this degree belong those who are working in the development or creation of their internal solar bodies. Yes, and I put between parentheses, first mountain. So mainly the astral and the mental solar bodies, represented by the Sephirot Hod and Netzach, respectively. Now my words. Next step is to fill those solar bodies with gold in the second mountain in order to enter adepthood. So now the text continues, and it says that then in the middle triangle is the degree of the man who loves, the initiates that reach adepthood, mastery. This degree begins precisely in the Sephirah Tipereth. Thus from Adeptus Minor in Tipereth, we go into Adeptus Major in Geburah, and thereafter into Adeptus Exemptus, which is Chesed. Likewise, if we reach, or the initiate reaches Adeptus Exemptus, then he enters into the level of the man who dwells in silence, which is the third triangle, in which the initiate has to acquire those bodies called Nirmanakaya, Sambhogakaya, and Dharmakaya. This is the logoic step. And up to here this video, sorry, maybe it is a little bit long, and I see you next time. I leave you my email for inquiries, the3mountains19@gmail.com, and also I will leave the link to the podcasts or audios. As I said, one student has turned the videos into audios, and you can maybe sign for free on Spotify and listen to these audios, and again, I don't know, or pass to somebody as a third factor. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.